What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zacky, creator of Jetlag Radio and many more podcasts on the website Zack.coffee. That's ZACK.COFFE with a brand new episode of Coffee with Zack. This is Coffee with Zack in English. Let's drink a bit of coffee. Drinking some Dutch Bros right now. I was there last night. Was craving a caramelizer. I haven't had one forever. And thankfully, Dutch Brothers had a special buy one drink and one free. And I was able to get two drinks. I got one caramelizer for last night, and then the other caramelizer I had it today. All right. This video is going to be for this past Monday, which was the 14th of April. And I'm just going to do my, ignition style rundown of all the news that I wrote for that day. So let me go ahead and do that. Before I start, I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to Tyrese. Tyrese, I finally received the vinyl of Beautiful Pain, which I ordered. It is signed. You can barely see the signature, but it is signed. So thank you for that. I did wait more than 2 years for that vinyl, and it's a great album. I have it on streaming too. Check it out. It's a great R&B album. To be romantic with that member of the opposite sex. But I just I wish I had that vinyl before my wife and I were going through this divorce. So, but anyway, great album. And if you haven't heard it before, Tyrese, Beautiful Pain, great R&B album just out this year. Check it out. Also, I want to let you guys know that I'm selling some Magic the Gathering cards. These are all in new condition. I've held on to them for like more than 5 years, and they're all in sleeves. And I'm selling them on the platform Whatnot. Whatnot. The majority of these cards are on sale for just $5 each. A lot of them either have less, maybe a little bit less value, more value, but they're all in complete new condition inside a sleeve. That means no one's tore them up, bad condition. None of them went yellow or anything like that. They're just like spanking brand new. And I'm selling them all on the Whatnot platform. I've only listed about a dozen cards so far. I'm just going to start listing every single one of them, and you can buy them on that platform. It's whatnot.com. And if you go to my website, Zack.coffee, there's a link there for the Whatnot website. I'll also include the Whatnot website in this video, in this YouTube video, if you want to check that out. All right, let's go ahead and get started. First story from The Economist: a flight from the dollar could wreck America's budget. This is true. If the power of the dollar goes down compared to the euro or the yen or whatever, it'll be very bad for America. So it's very important that the dollar stays strong. And with the economy going in the toilet, with like the Dow Jones down 4,000 points in the past 2-3 weeks, we have to be very careful, and we have to remind Trump that what he has done has been complete disaster. By the way, I should probably start my chronometer on my watch. All right. Up next, the Alaskan island on the front lines of the Arctic scramble. This is an article by 1843 magazine. Be sure to check that out. Up next, the market mayhem will not be forgotten easily. This is a podcast by The Economist. This is very important. A lot of people are not going to be happy with the fact that the market crashed for like $4 to $5 trillion. Up next, the BEAC has cut rates by 50 basis points to 4.5% as part of a broader effort to ease financial conditions and support recovery beyond the oil sector. Read the full article to explore how monetary policy is evolving in Central Africa. There's an article by the EIU, the Economic Intelligence Unit. Be sure to check that out. Next article we got from Harvard Business Review. What is the office for today? This is very important to see what it's like to work at an office today, how it had changed over the years. Up next, landmark antitrust trial could force Zuckerberg to sell Instagram. This is by BBC News. Meta, which is Facebook's parent company, bought Instagram and WhatsApp, and has done so to basically cover everything. It's an antitrust. So people are trying to force Zuckerberg to sell Instagram so he wouldn't control everything because he controls everything right now. Up next, Trump warns tariffs coming for electronics after reprieve. It's from Bloomberg. So this is really scary because it could rise up the cost of laptops or phones. Ever since that announcement, Razer, the brand of laptop. Remember, I used to have a Razer laptop. They would it would cost the it would increase the cost of these laptops, so they stopped shipping them temporarily. Up next, tariffs on imported semiconductor chips coming soon. Trump says by Reuters. This is on a similar topic. Up next, from Al Jazeera News live. Israel pounds Gaza amid outcry over attack on Al Ali hospital. Very sad news. We really need the ceasefire in Gaza Strip. Let's pray for everybody in that region. We really need a ceasefire. It's really important. Ever since the ceasefire ended, it's been death and turmoil again. Up next, retirees urge Taliban to pay pensions instead of funding Pakistani madrasas. There's an article from Afghanistan International. Really important. People in Afghanistan, they need their retired pension. They don't need that money to go to Pakistani madrasas instead. And, it's very tough on them. Up next, an article from Politico. We are flying blind. RFK's juniors cuts halts data collection on abortion, cancer, HIV, and more. Very terrible what RFK Juniors is doing, and he has to be replaced as soon as possible. Up next, Jeff Bridges is digging it. Jeff Bridges is an article from the New Yorker. Excuse me. He has a new article from the New Yorker, and he has a new album, so hopefully we can put that album. Does Jeff Bridges do country music, or does he do rock music? If he does country music, we'll put it on Epsilon Radio. If he does rock music, we'll put it on Mu Radio. All right. Up next, Bungie's slick-looking marathon shooter arrives on September 23rd. The makers of Halo and Destiny are holding a closed alpha test of Marathon later this month. The Verge. Be sure to check out the trailer for Marathon, the new video game first-person shooter. It's been made by Bungie. It looks really cool. Really good game. It looks to be fairly interesting. Up next, this podcast wants to be your new best friend, Giggly Squad, and the extremely parasocial world of podcast girlies. This is from Vox. Check out that article. Up next by TechCrunch. Jack Dorsey and Elon Musk would like to delete all IP laws. Not sure if I agree with them, but check out the article. Up next, MIT Technology Review. Generative AI is learning to spy for the U.S. military. This is getting very interesting when it comes to AI. See what they can do now. Up next, Larry Summers says Doge is going to end in a disastrous failure. This is from Business Insider. Let me make sure he's talking about the yes, he is talking about the Department of Doge and not Doge the crypto. So please understand those two are two different things, and he really I agree with him. The Department of Doge is gonna destroy a lot of things, and it's very scary what it's doing, and it's gonna be a disastrous failure. Once again, the Department of Doge, not the Doge crypto. That's something else. Up next, we're back in the shoe this week. We're back in the shoe this weekend. Who are you going to Ohio State football spring game with, Buckeyes? #GoBucks. Really wish I could have gone to see the Buckeyes play this for the spring game, but I don't know. I'll find a way, somehow, some way to go back to Ohio State, and maybe over there, maybe someone there will help me with my financial woes and maybe help me get a job. And I'm sure that if I'm in the city of Columbus and I go to a car dealership, someone will say, he's an Ohio State graduate, he should be able to own a brand new car, and maybe I'll be able to just drive that car all the way back to California. It would make a fun video trip. Up next, by The Guardian, hedge fund billionaire says the U.S. may face worse than a recession from Trump tariffs. I agree with him. Up next, Texas Muslims want to build homes in a mosque. The governor says no. Governor Greg Abbott of Texas is trying to stop a planned community near Dallas that has fueled anti-Muslim hostility and divided locals. It's an article from the New York Times. This is straight up like the show Little Mosque on the Prairie. This is, just some nice Muslim folks that just want to open a little mosque there. It's not some kind of scary madrasas or anything. No, they just want to open a mosque. That you should just let them. Watch the show Little Mosque on the Prairie, and you can see they're just normal people. They just happen to be Muslim. Up next, Trump has a maximum meltdown on social media after hate watching 60 Minutes. It appears that Trump was really upset by watching 60 Minutes. Good. Now we understand how frustrated we are with him, since all he does is eat KFC and watches Newsmax. Up next, Trump has found his class enemy. The president unleashed a Marxist theory of power, but against knowledge workers, not billionaires. This is from The Atlantic. More and more content that you have to read. Very important. Trump's tariffs policy is all chaos and corruption, Senator Elizabeth Warren said. This is from 538. And now 538 has transformed into ABC News Politics. I don't know if 538 closed or if it just got bought out by ABC News. Up next, Trump is pursuing a radical agenda. Does he have a strategy or is he winging it? This is from the Washington Post. This is a very important article because we really need to wonder what the hell Trump is doing here. Does he know what he's doing? Of course he does know what he's doing. He's just winging it. It's just like the fact that Dow Jones lost like 4,000 points. That's completely winging it. He doesn't know what he's doing with these tariffs. These tariffs are terrible practice. Of course, sometime he might be able to bring jobs back to America, like factories back to America, but it's going to rise the price. It was going to rise the price of goods. The reason why these cars are so cheap because they're made overseas. If the cars are made here, they're going to cost more money. The Trump's pursuing a radical agenda. Does he have the strategy or is he winging it? This is from the Washington Post. Read that article. Up next, behind Paris's promise to plant 170,000 trees, a more nuanced reality. Paris City Halls has a pro-greening policy, but in practice, NGOs are condemning a numbers game and a lack of care for trees. This is by Le Monde. Le Monde, be sure to read that out. Up next, the Sony WFC710N earbuds beat the AirPods 4 on ANC, sound, and price. It's from Mashable. A little competition from Sony against the Apple AirPods, and apparently those are better. Check them out. Teen angst, coming of age with Ukraine's war zone goths. This is about Vice. Be sure to check that out. Up next from The Intercept, an abrupt plunge into hell. Gaza after the ceasefire. Israel renews its bombing campaign on Gaza in March. Killing and food shortages have become the norm again. By The Intercept. This is very nightmarish for the people of Gaza. We need another ceasefire as soon as possible. Up next, National Geographic. These are the real fungal superhighways that inspired The Last of Us. This is by the National Geographic. Up next, Bernie Sanders warns of extraordinary danger facing U.S. under Trump at LA rally. And then I made a note that Bernie Sanders and AOC will be in Folsom on Tuesday, April 15th. That was yesterday. I went there. It was really fun, but unfortunately, it was a 3-hour waiting line walking. And then by the time I sat there, I couldn't even see them. And I just heard them at the end of their speeches. So I had to watch their speeches on YouTube. But it was fun to be present. I started to walk there at 4 p.m., 3:30 or 4 p.m. And by the time I sat inside, it was like 7 p.m. So the event was over by 7:30. Up next, Sacramento firefighters become fan favorite on Survivor. So if you're watching Survivor, check that out. This is by Cap Radio News. by Le Monde Diplomatique. Israël tue, la France émue. This is like um, kind of like The Onion article, but for Le Monde Diplomatique. It's the article for their April Fools. Just has to show they're really tired with what Israel is doing, because over something like 50 to 60,000 deaths in Gaza Strip, very sad numbers, and over 100,000 wounded. Up next, from Foreign Policy, The Awful History of Tariffs and Depressions. This is by Foreign Policy. Up next, by Foreign Affairs, The Age of Forever Wars, Why Military Strategy No Longer Delivers Victories, by Foreign Affairs. You got to read these articles by Foreign Affairs. This is some crazy shit. You got to read it. Very important. Highlights what's important. There's a lot going on, and we need those people in power to pay attention, to know that we can't let Ukraine become a forever war. Right now it's at the mercy of the military-industrial complex. Right now it's just been 3 years. 3 years can become 5 years. 5 years, double that. That can become 10, a decade-long conflict. It does not need to be that long. And then obviously, what's happening in the Gaza Strip, France is at the realm of the UN Security Council, and time goes on very quickly. It's already April 15, April 16. We're now at the half of the month of April that France is at the realm of the UN Security Council. So we have 2 more weeks that France has to do something drastic to convince everybody else to do another ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, and hopefully gets us towards a Palestinian state, which can live together hand in hand with the Israel state. Up next, we have an article by The Diplomat. To China's, he says, the Philippines trip was an escalation. Be sure to check it out. Dealing with nuclear proliferation in a dangerous moment. This is by the Cipher Brief. Very important. Check it out. Up next, by Intelligence Online France. Bataille de primes au sein des services d'enseignement du ministère des Armées. Check it out if you speak French. Up next, paraparticles would be a third kingdom of quantum particle. This is by Quantum Magazine. Cool stuff on quantum mechanics and all that. Up next, there's an article for Higgs boson. It's from CERN in French. Check it out. And next we have What's Up, April 2025 Skywatching Tips from NASA. So this is from NASA. Very cool. All right, guys. Then I put my 2 cents and I said, a lot of you guys, military veterans and people who enjoy that stuff, you were able to watch Warfare this past weekend. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. They had a lot of good reviews, and I'm glad you guys got to see it. I'm going to do my best to watch it this week. I'm not sure if I get to watch it this week, but I'm going to do my best. If not, I'll see it next week. But I have to be careful because I also want to watch The Accountant 2. The Accountant 2 is going to be really good, and I'm eager to watch that. I have to save my money because for my birthday next month, I'm going to go see Justice, and I still don't have a hotel room. I still don't have a hotel room for Justice, and I want to be able to stay in town so I can. It would be fun to go to Japantown, eat some sushi or something, or eat some ramen. And on my birthday, May 21st, JDM, the video game, comes out for the PC. So I'll play it not on my MacBook here, but I'll play it on my Lenovo Legion laptop. As always, I disagree with Trump. Trump is really going bananas. He's not doesn't know what he's doing. And if you like to know what kind of spiel, what kind of speech I want to say, then just go towards these channels. You can listen first and foremost to Mehdi Hassan. Mehdi Hassan is a great journalist who was pretty much kicked out of his news organization. He had to start all over. Jon Stewart, John Oliver, Christian Amanpour, Aaron Burnett, Anderson Cooper, Farid Zakaria, and of course Bill Maher, who, as you all know, he doesn't believe in God, but if we don't remove Trump ASAP, surely we understand his point of view. So save us Optimus Prime. I call this the Trump Nightmare Season 2. Okay, guys, that's that's it for my this updates. This update is Coffee with Zack. As you know, we're at 20 minutes. This is a good time, not too long, not too short. And yeah, I do want to mention one news from Tuesday, which was there was an article from Slashdot.org about Roblox, and it says that risk to children playing Roblox is deeply disturbing, says researcher. So there's a new investigation that children as young as 5 can easily access inappropriate content and interact with unsupervised with adults on Roblox, despite the platform's child-friendly image and recent safety updates, the Guardian report. So I want to say that at first I thought that Roblox was a good game and good for kids and all this and that, but as we delve into it, it seems to be a deeply disturbing place and where there's like sexual predators on that platform. So please, if your kids are on Roblox, tell them nicely and quietly, you cannot be on that game anymore. It's a very scary game, and there's a bunch of us creepy adults on Roblox that are trying to get a hold of you. Please transfer them onto Minecraft. Minecraft is a great game, and maybe they can make friends. It's true that on Minecraft it's mostly boys, but guys, but maybe it's by Microsoft, and it's a great game, and I'm sure it might be not as fun as Roblox, but at least they'll be safe. I'm sorry to say, I've seen way too many articles about now saying that Roblox is not safe. And if Roblox is not safe, I don't want anybody that I know in my life to be on Roblox because it's just too dangerous. Okay. All right. Also, what else did I say? I'll say, yeah, I had this thought the other day that, if you could get Daft Punk, Justice, Mastercraft, and Gesellschaftstein together, they could make one awesome super group, or at least one super awesome album. Also, let's not forget about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris working hard. Hopefully, will be the governor of California in 2 years. And Gavin Newsom, excellent work in the state of California. Very nice. Matsui is my congressman, but Matsui's office says they would not be able to help me. So if someone else can help me, I contacted the Public Defenders Association of Sacramento. I need a public defender to help me with my divorce. Please help me. My wife is the breadwinner, and I have no funds. I need a public defender to help me with my case. It's really important. I've already called your guys' office. I've already called other offices. I need a public defender as soon as possible, or a pro bono lawyer. If you're a pro bono lawyer, please help me out. I have to deal with this divorce paperwork and all this and that. Okay. All right. We can stop the watch now. And thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. As always, that really helps a lot. And until next time, bye-bye. Everything's on the website, zack.coffee. That's ZACK.COFFE. If you want to listen to all the podcasts that are on Spotify, just go to lefrenzy.co. That's LEFRENZY.co. I also own lefrenzy.com. That's for the future when I'll be able to have my own Twitch channel. Okay? All right. See you guys later. Thanks. Bye-bye.